So sometimes in life we feel like we're not really making a ton of progress. I've learned some really great things from just trying to live a life with more intention and having bigger goals in mind and having something you're working towards. And there's 3 tips I wanted to share to kind of help you with doing this. So let's jump into them. So the first big one is living by the 1% rule. And this is something that I've recently, I don't know, I've heard about it a bunch. Recently I've gotten more obsessed about it from watching Thomas Frank talk about it because I just love his videos. But basically the idea is that with every time that you learn and you grow, and every attempt you try to do something different. So with every single one of my videos, I'm trying to do something better. For this one, I'm just trying to get different angles and get different things. It's really small, but as you improve a little bit at a time, you'll get way better. This is something I did in track when I was running in high school. I just wanted to get a tiny bit better each practice, and that did lead to me breaking my own personal records. And I ran a 5:39, my very final mile in high school, my senior year final race, whereas I started at a 7-minute my sophomore year. And it was because I was trying to learn and grow. I was improving my stride. I was getting better at pacing. All these different things, I was focusing on them one at a time. So that's been a really powerful thing. And just a little bit more on that thought comes from this game called Runner 3 on my Switch. Yes, this game's like really fun. I really am enjoying it. In this game, you learn little bits at a time. You learn different things and how to do different things. The game doesn't throw all of its challenges at you at once. And that's the same way with life. Like if you are trying to learn from everything you're doing, then you'll make this steady improvement of growth, and it'll be really cool. But it really helps to have a journal or a map, just a kind of idea of where you've come and where you're going, and really helps to look back and go back to past levels, go back to past days. Another powerful thing that you can do to live a life of intention is to stay optimistic. So when you're climbing a wall, you have to be consistent, and you have to put one foot in front of the other, I guess. I remember doing some climbing at a gym in Rexburg with my friend Tim, my roommate at the time, and it was really difficult for me, but I had a good time with it. And yeah, you have to stay optimistic to climb those mountains that you want to climb, and especially with living a life of intention, because there's people that might break you down a little bit, and it can be easy to forget your dream or what you want to do, and then you settle for less and start settling for a life of less intention. It's more life's making decisions for you, or you're just falling into these simple repetitive patterns, like going on Instagram and just scrolling and go, oh, I wish I could do that, So staying optimistic really, really helps. Knowing that things are going to get better. There's a really cool podcast, A Bit of Optimism from Simon Sinek. So definitely check that out. I'll have a link in the description. Last but not least, you can choose to make wise choices. So one good choice will lead to other good choices. The quote, I think it was from Oprah Winfrey, and she just said that doing the best you can in this moment prepares you for the next moment. So let's say I was, about to run a marathon. Would I chug a whole thing of Sprite or Sierra Mist, whatever this is? No, that's not a good idea. Be better to get some water, be better to plan ahead and make choices that are going to put you in the right mindset and to help you live up to what you want to do. So I did this in track all the time, I learned a lot about making those wise choices, because if I wasn't, hydrated, if I wasn't exercising, if I wasn't getting enough sleep, if I wasn't eating the right foods, I wasn't going to be able to perform no matter how well trained I was or anything like that. So it all kind of comes together. It's the same thing with life, man. Like if you're making really great choices of how you spend your free time, but you're still, treating your coworkers like trash, that's a part of your life you can really work on, and you can make wiser choices in that. The scripture that comes to my mind is, oh, be wise, what can I say more? I mean, that's really it, right? And it's nice because you'll make mistakes no matter what on your journey. But the important thing is to try not to make the same mistake twice, and when you do, to learn from it every single time. So you become an expert on that, and then you can help other people to not fall into that same thing like you have. And yeah, I also like the thought that, you know, success is never final, failure is never fatal, and it's the courage to continue that counts. I believe that was Winston Churchill. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I try to put a little bit more effort into it, take a little bit more time to edit, and I hope it was helpful for you in some way. Remember those 3 little tips that I have for living an intentional life: the 1% rule, living by the 1% rule, making little progress, keeping a track of how you're doing. Then there's staying optimistic when things are difficult, keeping that sensible vision in mind and where you want to be. And then finally, making wise choices to help you get to where you want to be. Those day-to-day choices, man, those really add up over time. Take care. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. New videos every Friday. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and see you next time.